This demonstration will show the actions necessary to safely stop an 1.25" street tee. Using the Mazco Safe-T-Stopper, we will remove a plug from a 1.25" street tee. Start with placing the seal over the upper flange of the street tee. Next, mount the appropriately sized reducer ring. Place the 2 packing retainer half collars under the packing seals. Place the cap housing over the half collars. Install the packing retainer nuts and tighten. This procedure can also be accomplished using the lockdown over center housing instead of the half collar procedures shown here. Thread the isolation valve onto the plug housing. Close the bleeder valve on the isolation valve. Attach the square plug removal tool onto the isolation valve. Lower plug removal adapter tool onto the plug and engage the square plug. Rotate the tool counterclockwise to remove the plug from the top of the street tee. Slowly raise the plug removal tool until completely up and out of the valve. Close the isolation valve and open the bleeder valve until pressure is completely released. Remove the plug removal adapter tool. The plug has now been removed. Before placing the expander plug into the service tee, first place the expander plug into the expander tool and place the tool alongside the tee and slide the marking indicator down the shaft. Thread the expandable plug tool onto the top of the isolation valve. Close the bleeder valve. Open the isolation valve and lower the expandable plug down into the service tee to the pre-measured depth. In this demonstration, we are using a tee that has had the branch cut off. You will see the plug physically go through the tee and into the throat of the street tee. Turn the expandable plug tool handle clockwise while holding the tool shaft until tight. For demonstration purposes, we are going to remove the plug while the pipeline is pressurized. As you can hear, a lot of gas is released in the tee when you do not use a closed tool system. The plug has now been reinstalled. Bleed the service line down in a safe location. Confirm the bleed off by opening the bleeder valve. Remove the safety stopper tool. The following steps will demonstrate how to remove the street tee completely from a 1.25" threaded hole in the main. Tighten the square plug. Loosen the street tee to prepare the tee for removal. Place the seal and main seal housing over the street tee and onto the main. This seal was specifically made for a 4" main line. Install the security strap onto the main seal housing. This creates a gas-type seal around the main. Thread the isolation valve onto the upper chamber. Install the upper chamber extension. The extension will allow the service tee to be lifted above the valve to allow the valve to close. Close the bleeder valve on the isolation valve. Attach the square plug removal tool onto the isolation valve. Lower plug removal adapter tool onto the plug and engage the square plug. Since the plug is tighter than the tee is in the main, the plug in the tee will come out at the same time. Rotate tool counterclockwise to remove the plug and the street tee together. Slowly raise the plug removal tool until completely up and out of the valve. Close the isolation valve and open the bleeder valve until the pressure is completely released. Remove the plug removal adapter tool. The square plug and street tee have now been removed. Remove the upper chamber extension. We are now going to install a new plug into the main line. Attach the square-headed plug. Thread the tool onto the isolation valve. Close the bleeder valve. Open the isolation valve. Lower tool and thread the plug into the main. The job is now completed. Remove the safety stopper tool and tighten the plug securely.